Hello dear fans. Who are unicellular organisms? The largest group of living beings is the simplest organisms. They represent one cell that possesses the necessary information for existence and reproduction. Single-celled organisms are the first living organisms to appear on Earth. Instructions. Step 1. More than 3.5 billion years ago, the first living organisms, consisting of a single cell, appeared in the depths of the sea. Some believe that the spores of unicellular organisms could have ended up on Earth with the help of meteorites flying from outer space. Most scientists associate the origin of life with chemical reactions taking place in the atmosphere and oceans. Step 2. There are more than 30,000 unicellular species. They are inhabitants of salty seas, fresh waters, and moist soils. Among the protozoa are many parasites that live in humans and animals. Step 3. A body consisting of only one cell is an integral organism with microscopic dimensions, but in the classes of protozoa, there are species that reach lengths of several millimeters and even centimeters. Among these organisms, separate classes are distinguished, characterized by certain characteristics. Step 4. Unicellular organisms with an unstable body shape due to the thinness of the plasma membrane are classified as rhizopods. The protrusion of the cytoplasm forms the so-called pseudopods, with the help of which the rhizopod is able to move. For these protozoa, the sea is the main habitat, but among them there are parasites in humans and animals. Step 5. Amoeba is a colorless lump that constantly changes shape that lives in fresh water. The pseudopods help this organism, which lives in the silt and on the leaves of rotting plants, to imperceptibly flow to another place. Algae and bacteria serve as food for amoeba, and they multiply, dividing into two parts. Step 6. The structure of other representatives of protozoa is more complicated: ciliates. The cell of these organisms contains two nuclei that perform different functions, and the cilia they have are a means of transportation. Step 7. Reminiscent of graceful women's shoes, the infusoria shoe has a constant body shape and lives in shallow stagnant water. Numerous cilia arranged in regular rows vibrate in waves, and the shoe moves. The ciliate feeds on bacteria, unicellular algae, dead organic matter, detritus. The cilia help food into the mouth, which then travels to the pharynx. The shoe can be gluttonous if it lives in favorable conditions. With asexual reproduction, the body of the ciliate is divided in half in the transverse direction, and the daughter individuals begin to develop anew. But after several generations, such reproduction will be replaced by a sexual process called conjugation. Step 8. The body of representatives of the flagellate class, covered with an elastic membrane, determines its shape. These protozoa have one or more flagella and nuclei. Reproduction depends on the type of unicellular organism. Step 9. Euglena green lives in stagnant fresh water. She swims quickly, thanks to the streamlined shape of her body. A single flagellum, which is screwed into the water in front, facilitates movement. This simple organism eats in a special way, which helps it to survive under different conditions of existence. The most illuminated areas, where the chlorophyll-containing body of Euglena is arranged for favorable photosynthesis, is found by it with the help of a photosensitive red eye. If Euglena stays in the dark for a long time, chlorophyll is destroyed. In such cases, organic matter serves as a means of nutrition. It multiplies by dividing the cell in the longitudinal direction into two parts. If conditions are right, this single-celled creature is capable of reproducing every day. Step 10. The protozoan parasites adapted to exist in some cells of the human and animal body belong to the class of sporozoans. Often, in a warm, humid climate, there are causative agents of a serious disease, malaria plasmodia. A change of hosts accompanies the life cycle of this parasite. When bitten by an Anopheles mosquito, a person can become infected with this dangerous disease. Plasmodium trapped in liver cells multiply very quickly, then end up in red blood cells, where they multiply again. By destroying vital blood cells, parasites lead to serious illness. Step 11. The simplest creatures are very diverse. For example, among the rhizopods living in the oceans, there are those whose body hides in a limestone shell. There are also parasitic roots. These include dysentery amoeba, which destroys the intestinal mucosa. Step 12. Among the representatives of the class of flagellates, there are many parasites. For example, Lamblia can cause liver and intestinal disease. Currently, among the inhabitants of the African tropics, there is a disease caused by trypanosome, which enters the bloodstream through the saliva of the tsetse fly. This sleeping sickness often leads to the death of a person. Step 13. Some ciliates are also parasitic organisms. Some of their species adapt to existence in the intestines or stomach of artiodactyl ruminants, causing their inflammation. Thanks for watching.